Hey, what's up, Capricorns? Butch here. I'm gonna do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm gonna be using the Mystic Monday Tarot because it's Monday. All that being said, let's get it. Here's what's going on for Capricorn. What's going on for Capricorn? Going on for Capricorn. All right, Capricorns. So the first thing that I see, Capricorns, this is someone that you already know. This is someone you have a history with. We have that Six of Cups, that past person. Now, I feel like with this person, you know, I do feel like this is something that's already been kind of ended, but they're still lurking. They still want back in. And I feel like this person is moving very quickly to try to get back in because of the fact that I feel like it's almost when you first, that first bit of time after ending something, it's almost like they're still, you're still in a certain way about it. And as we move on, we start to get our feet under us and we start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Things start to get better. Well, I feel like this person is almost like they're trying to get back in with you before that happens. I mean, with this person, I feel like the only reason they're coming back is stability. They're thinking about stability. And I feel like it's almost like this person, I mean, they want to be taken care of. They want you to take care of them. But they're not doing anything. They're not offering anything back. We have the Emperor in reverse, but then we have the Empress. It's almost like they want to be taken care of, but they're not offering you anything for it. And I feel like this person, there is a part of this person that's trying to manipulate you into thinking that that you need them. That I mean, that you can't do it without them, but that's not the case. The case is that they don't think they can do it without you. With that Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, this is all based on stability for them. And I feel like this is something they keep trying to come back into your life. And I mean, they're acting like, I mean, initially, it feels like they're trying to come back to you and kind of play it off as they're trying to be a friend now. That's not what they want. They don't want to be your friend. They want to be taken care of, and they want you to do it. They act like they've changed, that things have changed, but I don't feel like they have changed or they are going to change. And with this person, like I said, I mean, I feel like they got to a point where they felt defeated. They thought they could walk away. They thought they could do better. But it's almost like because they haven't found anybody else, or they haven't found anybody else willing to take on the burden of them, now they're feeling defeated. Now they're feeling a little bit lost. They're feeling like, they're left out in the cold. But I feel like it was them that kind of left you in the cold with that Five of Pentacles. I feel like this person, like I said, I feel like I don't, I feel like they're not giving you anything to trust them. They're not trying to come back and earn your trust. They're not trying to come back and do anything differently. I feel like the manipulation's a little bit stronger, but I feel like you're not on the same page with this person, and they're not on the same page with you. But that isn't, like I said, it's not an emotional connection they want from you. They want to be taken care of. And I feel like this is someone that you put up with a lot of shit from. And it's almost like, how can I get this person to put up with more of my shit? Because nobody else seems to want me. It's almost like they thought they could do better. The grass was greener on the other side. They went there. It wasn't. So they're back to you. And like I said, they're coming back with that trickster energy. With a magician, it's almost like that sleight of hand. They show you something over here while they're doing something over here. You know what I mean? And they don't want you to see that. So they're going to put this up front and personal, up close. They're going to try to convince you, like I said, they're trying to convince you that they've changed, but they haven't. Nothing's changed with this person except for their approach. And I feel like I said, it's all about stability. I mean, I feel like this person is bit off more than they can chew. I feel like they're juggling a lot of things. And to the basic core of this, they can't do it without you. They need you to make them something that, to make them successful, to make them something more than they are. And it's not like you're making them better. You're just doing it for them. It's almost like, when someone comes to you and says that you do something better than they do it, so you do it for them. That's kind of what this person is doing. It's almost like they're trying to convince you that, with your help, they can do it. But it's not that. It's them. We all been in a situation where we had that friend. You call a friend over to help you do something, or your friend calls you to help them do something, and you get over there, you end up doing it all yourself. It's that sort of thing. And like I said, they haven't changed. I don't feel like they've changed at all. I mean, I don't see any good fortune coming out of this. I don't see any happiness coming out of this. And like I said, they're hiding their true intentions here. Like I said, they have a hidden agenda, and they're not being honest with you. And like I said, I feel like that's already something you've dealt with this person. And like I said, they keep coming back to you. They want to get back to you before you're over them completely. And that's their mind frame. Their mind frame is, I got to get back with them before they realize how better off they are without me. You know what I mean? And that's why they're trying to manipulate you. That's why they're trying to come in and convince you of things that aren't real. And like I said, I mean, I feel like they are coming in acting like they're giving you something, making you false promises. But that's all it is. It's an act. They're not giving you anything. They're not offering you anything. They're bringing nothing to the table. Same old, same old. I mean, like I said, this person is not on the same page with you. I mean, they're not worried about your happiness whatsoever. And I feel like I said, I mean, they're concentrating on their stability. They can't do it on their own. They tried. I mean, I feel like they kind of walked away. They went cold on you, thinking, I can do it by myself. I can do better without them. I can do better. I can find better. But with the offer they're making to anybody else wasn't enough. So it shouldn't be enough for you. These people prey on this type of energy. It's almost like they know they made a mistake. They know they screwed up, but they're not willing to fix it. They're not coming back trying to fix it. They're coming back trying to screw up some more. A lot of people think that because we have a history with that person, that we'll just keep accepting, things that don't really add up. We keep accepting these empty offers. And I feel like this person was very good at making promises, but never really good at following through. And that's what you're going to continue to get from this person. But, I mean, I think we already know this. I feel like you're already going to know this. Listen to your intuition with this person. Like I said, I mean, this person wants to bring nothing but unhappiness to your life. You know, with the Sun card reversed, the Nine of Pentacles, or Nine of Cups in reverse. And I mean, like I said, I mean, as long as they got you on their toes, you don't realize what the real issue is. And I feel like that's always been the case with this person. You know, if they cause enough chaos in your life that you won't realize it's them that's the problem. And a lot of people do this. It's very common. I see it a lot. You know, people come in and they're so dramatic, and they do everything to the highest extent. And it's almost like, not only do they not take blame, but I feel like they try to put blame on you, or at least other people. But like I said, as long as they can create chaos in your life, you won't see what's really going on. And that's that magician energy coming in again. You know, that trickster energy. But like I said, they're not being honest with you. They're lost without you. But like I said, they haven't changed. They're not going to change. They don't want to be your friend. You know, they're acting, that's their way back in the door to come back and try to get in your good graces by being your friend. Acting like they want to just be friends with you, but they don't. They want more from you. You know, they're looking for new stability. They lost it. They want it back. Simple as that. But like I said, I feel like they're trying to get back in there before you realize what the problem really was. And the problem was them. You know, some people are very good at manipulating. You know, they're very good at convincing you of any issue being somebody else's fault. You know. Now with this person, we have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Aries, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And I've seen it. You know, my sister, years ago, she's gotten better at picking guys recently, but years ago she was dating this one guy. And I remember this guy would make an excuse for anything. He wouldn't go, you know, he had a job. He lost his job. And he wouldn't, you know, he'd go out and pretend like he was looking for a job. You know, but I really don't feel like he put a lot of effort into it, because at the time there was a lot of jobs available. But he always had an excuse. You know, that job's below me, or I don't make enough money at this job, or, you know, I don't like the people I work with, or the people, they didn't hire me because of the way I look. And he always had an excuse why I didn't get a job. And I used to tell my sister all the time, you know, I'd be like, she's like, well, he didn't want that job because it didn't pay as much as his last job. But it pays more than the job he don't have now. You know what I mean? Like, it's always an excuse. It's below him. I've been in desperate times in my life. You know, there's been times when I had to take a job I really didn't want. You know, I worked on the oil rigs. I decided that wasn't for me. And I was promised a job. So I moved to a different place for this job that I was promised. It didn't pan out. They ended up giving it to his brother. So I went out and delivered pizzas for 3 months till I found a better job. You know, I didn't want to do that, but I'm not above it. But there's so many people out there that just have an excuse. Okay. And he would say, like, and I remember other things that he would say was like, oh, well, this job was a good job, but it's across town. I have to take a bus. Take a bus. You know what I mean? But what she didn't realize is he didn't want to work. He was just doing enough so she wouldn't leave him. You know, if he said, hey, I just don't want to work. I want you to take care of me, she would have left him. But instead of doing that, he was doing it in a very sneaky way. He was pretending like he was really trying, but he really wasn't. She got wise of it after probably, it was almost a year. This guy never worked. She even took on a second job. But he always convinced her that, and I mean, even a friend of mine offered him a job. I got my friend to offer him a job, and it was a good job. It paid more than his last job. The hours were better. And he said that he had an issue with my friend. My friend had an attitude problem during the interview. And I mean, that was pretty much the last straw. That was like 9 months after he lost his job. So she gave him another 3 months and it just didn't work out. But that's the thing with people. Is his thing was too that I found out later, and I didn't know this at the time or I would have intervened, but he would always like throw in little digs at her, make her feel like she wasn't good enough, like she wouldn't find somebody else. And it's such a toxic thing. But like I said, I never found it until afterwards. If I would have known at the time, I would have jumped in and I would have stepped in and I would have tried to get rid of myself. But, not only was he using her, but he was keeping her, keeping her self-esteem low enough to accept him for the offer that he wasn't giving her, and like I said, I mean, it was a downhill journey. Not only that, not only manipulation, but also she found out that there was other women he was trying to contact, because he knew the time was running thin with her and that eventually she'd be sick of it and let him go. So he was out there trying to find some other girl that would, and he did end up, after they broke up, I remember he did get with her, he got another job because he had to. He got another girlfriend. He had a kid with her. And then he was back to the same old thing again. And it's sad that people are like that. But like I said, I mean, just the job thing, I kind of understood that she didn't want to let him go. But then when I realized that he was just turning down every job, he wasn't showing up to interviews and stuff, she found out later. But some people just can't help, and dragging yourself down with them is what they want. They want you to be, in a bad place. Because if you're in a bad place with them, you feel like there's some kind of a bond that you share. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to see the brighter side, because if you see that, you're gone and they're still in the mud. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.